The Secretary of State is being protected by people who are trained right in our area. The Bureau of Diplomatic Security, or DS for short, is the law enforcement arm for the U.S. Department of State. It's made up of 2,000 agents. They work in about 30 U.S. cities, but they're also in more than 150 countries. TV3's Alyssa Raymond had the opportunity to spend the day at their training facility and joins us live. And Alyssa, what do these agents do?
Yes, Julie, these are the people that are responsible for protecting our Secretary of State. They also provide security for ambassadors overseas and foreign dignitaries visiting the United States. They say without the training happening nearby, we'd be hearing about many more casualties from attacks.
Reacting to attacks,
all the way to the back,
protecting diplomats, defensive driving. Just some of the many skills diplomatic security agents need to learn to get themselves and others out of high-threat situations safely.
We have a number of individuals that serve overseas around the world in some of the most hostile environments, and it's incumbent on us to give them the training to increase their chances of being a successful tour overseas in a safe fashion.
This is the Diplomatic Security Training Center in Summit Point, West Virginia. It's about a half-an-hour drive from Winchester. Just last year, more than 4,000 people went through training at this facility, including agents in the State Department and Foreign Affairs personnel. And I just got a small taste of what it's like. An improvised explosive device goes off. I'm second in line in the motorcade. The blast stops our vehicle from working. Diplomatic security agents get me, their protectee, out of that vehicle into another one in seconds.
We're not there to engage. We're there to get the people that we're protecting away from the threat.
We're not there to fight the enemy. We need to get away from the enemy.
The State Department first came to Summit Point for the BSR track because they needed more driver training. That was back in the 80s, and the facility continues to grow to keep up with training needs.
And as long as those threats keep on evolving and changing, our training is going to have to continue to evolve and change to match those current threats.
We're looking at the tactics that terrorists utilize overseas, and we're actually trying to think of what they're going to do next. It's like a big chess game. Preparation is the key in it, and thinking long range is what's going to be important to our training of our personnel overseas.
About 100 instructors teach here, firearm and special tactics instructors, and of course, driving instructors.
It's not about how fast they can drive around this track, it's about how well they control the vehicle. So we teach them how to threshold brake. That means taking the car right up to the very point where the vehicle skids, but not into a full skid.
2, 3, oh gas, move it. Forward gear. Out we go.
This is a rollover simulator.
Diplomatic security agents go through more than 3 days of driver training. They learn what to do if a vehicle gets out of control, but in the event that it does roll over, they learn what exactly to do.
And while you train is what you're going to probably do in the field.
They train in situations recreated to feel and look as real as possible. They showed us how it works as local actors take on the role of an angry mob at an embassy in a simulated attack.
The realism adds meaning to what our people are going to go through. So it's important that you create the environment and the conditions as close as possible, so when they're on the ground, it resonates with them and the security training becomes real. What we're learning today is we have to be prepared for tomorrow.
Incredible to see that's something happening so close to home. You mentioned that DS agents aren't the only ones trained there. Who else gets trained in that situation?
Yes, they say they now have more people who work in foreign affairs, so the people working for the government overseas in those hostile environments. And it's actually now 1 DS for 2 foreign affairs personnel, so that's shifting there.
And what about people in our area? Have anybody we know been trained like this?
Yes, to tell you, the Winchester Police Department SWAT team does training there from time to time too.
And how was that for you? Because I saw you in that car whipping around and they put you to the test.
It was pretty incredible to just get a slight taste of what they go through there. And I mean, it's nowhere close to what they go through. But
very brave people we have being trained right here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Alyssa.